We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out to see greatness here in L.A.
From the bright lights of Hollywood to the bright lights on the hardwood, the Staples Center is rocking tonight.
Showtime always in this building, and we are ready to go. The opening tip won by the Lakers as we get started here at Staples Center. Kuzma to James. Defense making the ball carrier work. Curling inside. Paul George tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Leonard. Oh, that's how it's done.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
LBJ has it to Danny Green. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. George, his first effort off the mark. Cousins to Davis. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
George to Leonard. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Missed the middle one. One more coming. Whoops, that won't go. Kuzma to James. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. He's struggled so far. First free throw is good. Second one's no good. One more coming. To Danny Green. Down low Dudley. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Leonard. Fires the 3. Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Paul George to Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
DeMarcus Cousins missed his first. That one goes.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Cousins. Terrific vision, and look out. Big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Leonard. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Leonard knocks it down, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
It's James controlling the offense. To Paul George. Williams to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Caldwell Pope for 3. Misfires. It's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And hits the first free throw. It's the second. One more coming. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Across the timeline comes James. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Dudley against Paul George. To Bradley. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. George working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Caldwell Pope. Montrezl Harrell swats it. Leonard. He buries it.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Get back.
That's it for the first quarter. It's been all Clippers so far. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard. He was all over him. LeBron into the front court. Down a dozen. And the Clippers have the rebound. George to Leonard. And it's Davis for the rebound. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Leonard to Williams. Gets it in the right corner. Patrick Beverly. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
LeBron into the front court. Down a bundle to Davis. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
George buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Leonard to Beverly. Here's a chance from long range. Never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide open three.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And look out. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Slam dunk, Patrick Beverly.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
To Paul George. Big finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. James to Davis.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Anthony Davis. 3 for 3 in this first half.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Williams. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Davis to Caldwell Pope. Paul George snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Leonard knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
And he adds the free throw. Great look and vision. Davis, Anthony Davis. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Paul George fires to Davis. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. To Williams.
1 minute remaining.
And he hits.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Yes, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hits from the outside.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Short jumper misses. Davis, they work it down to Cousins. Flushes it home. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
James to Kyle Kuzma. 4-3. Cleans it up. Works it. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good. A 3-point play as they move in front here just before the break. count the bucket for two.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
The assist from number 23, LeBron James.
Deep three at the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Beverly. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To George. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
It's Kuzma to Cousins. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. To Davis. James gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
To Paul George. Beverly. They get it to George. Down low. Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly goes to the right side. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Beverly into the front court. His guys hold it. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Danny Green to Davis. And a chance coming up at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip to Williams.
Stepping in for the Los Angeles.
Shot from the lane won't go. Passed it off. Kawhi Leonard. Wide open look won't go. That is great vision to set it up and stuffs it home.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Williams. DeMarcus Cousins with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George. Curling inside, DeMarcus Cousins. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
George. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Williams across the timeline. Lead stands at 10. Trying to cash in. Williams' shot won't go. Caldwell Pope to James. Slam dunk.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
Remember that old saying, let sleeping dogs lie? I wouldn't trash talk to this guy right now. I wouldn't want to do anything to ignite him or really instigate him to start attacking more.
A drive, but he can't get it to go. And 2 for AD.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
George, no good. That's great defense. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to George. Lets it fly from long range. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Clippers have the lead. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
It goes down.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ballgame. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Oh yeah, I like that.
To Davis. And the bucket's good for DeMarcus.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George to Beverly. Patrick Beverly. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together. Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Leonard, that right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Kyle Kuzma knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
That's what great shooters do. They can miss all the shots in the world, but they're going to take that next one like they just made all the shots in the world.
Over to the right side. George to Leonard. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
With a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Leonard. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. To Kyle Kuzma. And the Clippers with the rebound. To Paul George. Baseline drive. Paul George. With a drop step. A shot no good by Green. JaVale McGee to Davis. Add 2 points to the board. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Leonard. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
To Kyle Kuzma from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, I don't know what was said at halftime, but whatever the coach said, it worked. This second-half performance has been unreal.
George. Fires the three, and he hits.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running.
Knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Los Angeles Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Leonard to Beverly.
1 minute remaining.
5 seconds to shoot. Leonard. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. Beverly into the front court. Leads 3. Backcourt violation is called. Danny Green. Kyle Kuzma. Second. Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down. Ed, when you come into my town?
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Kyle Kuzma. And he drains it. Timeout called here by the Clippers. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Deep three at the buzzer. The Lakers get the victory as they just squeak this one out by a point. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been